Hello students, this is Savita Pawar. Welcome to my channel Get the Math. In this video we are going to see the solutions of exercise 4.3 and 4.4 of lesson 4 linear equations in two variables. In the I link above I have shared the video of exercise 4.1 and 4.2. Please go through that video too. Now in your earlier class you have studied about linear equation in one variable. The equation of the form ax plus b equal to 0 is called as linear equation in one variable. Here a and b are the real numbers and x is the variable here. Suppose you solve an example that is 2x plus 5 equal to 0. Here x is the variable, so easily you can find the value of x that you have done in your earlier class. So you get as x equal to minus 5 by 2 and 3y minus 7 equal to 5. So you will get y equal to 4 here. So these are the values for the given equations, and you can see these values are unique. That is, if you satisfy this equation, you will have 0 as the answer, and if you satisfy y equal to 4 here, you will have 5 as the answer here. That is, they are satisfying this equation, so they are unique. Such type of equations can be shown on the number line. So value of these equations, that is x and y, we can represent it on number line. So that we have studied earlier. Now here in 9th standard we are going to study about linear equation in two variables. The equations of the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0, where a, b, c are real numbers and a and b both are not 0, then it is called as linear equation in two variables. Here x and y are the variables here and a, b, c are the real numbers. Right? Suppose if you consider a class of 9th standard with total number of students as 52, you don't know the number of boys and the girls here. Let us consider number of boys as x and number of girls as y. So the equation of linear equation in two variable will become x plus y equal to 52. And such type of equations have infinitely many solutions, and the solution should be written in ordered pair like x, y. In the alphabetical order, first always the value of x, then the value of y. Such type of equations, that is linear equation in two variables, can be represented on a Cartesian plane. This is called as the Cartesian plane or the graph paper. Okay, and in the earlier video I have explained you all this and what is meant by linear. So if you draw the graph for the values of x and y, you are going to get a straight line. So this is a straight line here, that is the remark. So it is called as a linear equation. Okay, and since it is having two variables, so the complete name of the chapter is linear equation in two variables. So that is the first remark here. The reason that a degree 1 polynomial equation ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is called linear is that its geometrical representation is a straight line. So the reason is that this is a degree polynomial of degree 1 here, degree of x and y is 1 here, and it is called as linear since if you draw it geometrically, it will give you a straight line. And the graph of the equation of the form y equal to kx is a line which always passes through the origin. So if the equation is of the form y equal to kx, k is any constant here, the equation, if it is such a type of equation, the graph will always pass through the origin like this. Now, in exercise 4.1 and 4.2, we have obtained the solutions of linear equations of two variables algebraically. Now, in this exercise, we are going to represent them on the graph paper, that is the Cartesian plane. So let us start with exercise 4.3. First question, draw the graph of each of the following linear equations in two variables. First question here is x plus y equal to 4. Make any one variable as a subject. Here I have made y as a subject. So the equation will be y equal to 4 minus x. Take value of the variable on the right hand side of your own. So here I have taken value of x as 1 and 2. Of my own choice, you can take any number here on from the number line and substitute this in equation y minus 1 here, that you will get 3, and 4 minus 2, that you will get as 2 here, and write in ordered pair. So for this point it will be x is 1 and y is 3. For this point it is x is 2 and y is also 2. So these are the solutions of this given equation. You have to represent this on the Cartesian plane also. So I have done it below for all the solutions together. X minus y equal to 2. So here x I have made as a subject. So 2 plus y, taking y values, any values. So this is y equal to 1 and y equal to 2. Let us substitute those values in the equation here. So 2 plus 1 will be 3 and 2 plus 2 will be 4 here. So always you have to write x as x first. So this is 3 and 1 and this will be 4 and 2. These are the solutions of this equation. Then comes y equal to 3x. So taking x value as minus 2 and minus 3, you are getting y as minus 6 and minus 9 respectively. So these are the solutions for the given equation y equal to 3x. Then x equal to 2x plus y, taking y as a subject, equation becomes 3 minus 2x. So x as 2 and 3, substitute here x as 2 here. It will be 3 minus 4, that is minus 1, and x as 3 here. 3 minus 6 is minus 3, right? So value of x and then value of y, here value of x and then y. So it is 2 minus 1 and 3 minus 3 are the solutions of the given equation. Now for all the 4 lines or for all the 4 equations, you have to draw the graph. See here I have drawn the graph here. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. Okay, write the numbers. One box equal to 1 centimeter each. On the left hand side it is positive, on the right hand side it should be negative for x, and for y, on above the 0 it should be origin, it should be positive, and below the 0 it should be negative. You know how to draw this graph. And then plot the points for first line. This is blue is the first line. This green here representing the second line. Then this one orange is the third line, and this is the fourth line for the fourth equation. Question 2 here. Give the equations of two lines passing through 2, 14 and how many more such lines are there and why. 2, 14 means x is 2 here, y is 14. So you have to write the equations by, if you substitute these values, the equation should be, you should get the correct value of the equation. So here I have taken x plus y equal to 16. So if you substitute 2 in place of x and y as 14, you get 16. That is satisfying these points. Okay, or these points are satisfying this equation. Similarly, x minus y equal to minus 12. So x is 2 here and minus 14. 2 minus 14 is minus 12. You can write any number of equations. I have written 4 here. Out of this you can write any 2. They are asking 2. So here 8x minus y equal to 2. So 8 into 2 is 16 minus 14 is 2 answer. 7x minus y equal to 0. That is 7 to z is 14 minus 14 equal to 0. That becomes 7x equal to y. That is the equation. So there are infinite number of lines passing through 2, 14 as they are linear equations in 2 variables. Okay. Question 3 here is, if the point 3, 4 lies on the graph of the equation 3y equal to ax plus 7, you have to find the value of a. So 3, 4 means x is 3 here and y is 4 here. Let us substitute the values. Y as 4 and x as 3 plus 7. 3 4s is 12 equal to 3a plus 7. So 12 minus 7 equal to 3a. This becomes 5 equal to 3a. So a equal to 5 by 3. If you divide it, it will be 1, 2 by 3, or you can write it as 1.66. If you divide this, it is 666. So 6, 7. So that is the value of a. Fourth question here is, the taxi fare in a city, they are allowing first kilometer fare is 8 rupees and the subsequent distance that will charge 5 rupees per kilometer. Taking the distance covered as x and total fare as y, write the linear equation for this information. and also you have to draw the graph. So if this is the total distance as x kilometer and the total fare from here to here is y rupees, and for first kilometer they are charging 8 rupees. So total distance minus first kilometer, that will become the remaining distance is x minus 1, and for x minus 1 kilometer, for each kilometer they are charging 5 rupees. Okay, so this is total distance, total fare. Then for first kilometer is 8 rupees. Then the next remaining distance for each kilometer is 5 rupees. So x minus 1 will be 5 into x minus 1 rupees. So here the charge will be 5 into x minus 1. So you have to write the equation now. Total fare equal to fare for first kilometer and fare for the remaining. So total fare is y, fare for the first is 8, for the remaining it is 5, x minus 1. Solve this equation, you get y equal to 5x plus 3. Now take the values of x here, any values, substitute here. So x equal to 1, 5 plus 3 is 8, x equal to 0, that will be 3, x equal to minus 2, so minus 10 plus 3 is minus 7. Okay, so the values here you have to write x first and then y, x, 3, y is 3, this is minus 2 and minus 7. Now plot this graph, plot these points on the graph paper, taking x-axis as the distance and y-axis as the fare here. So this is A, B and C point, and join the line, join the points, you get a straight line. So this is the graph representing the given equation y equal to 5x plus 3. Question 5 here is, you have been given two figures, two graphs, and for each graph they have given 4 equations. So any one of the equation is true for the particular graph. So you have to find out which equation is true for the given graph. So for figure 4.6, these are the 4 equations. Now from these 4 equations, you have to solve each and every equation that proves these given points are true for the given equation. So if these are x, y here, you can see 3 points have been given for x and y. Now if I substitute in the given equation second one, so this is the second equation that is true for figure 4.6, that is x plus y equal to 0. This one, x plus y equal to 0. So if I substitute the given values of x, you are getting the values of y here. So that is satisfying the equation. So it is the correct equation for the graph. Similarly, for figure 4.7 here, this is for figure 4.7. Now out of these 4 here, this third equation is satisfying the given equation. What you have to do? You have to take the values of x here, and after solving this equation, you have to get these values of y. That is the correct equation. So already x and y you know here. So if you substitute the values of x here, you are getting the same values of y that is given on the graph. So that is satisfying the given equation. Sixth question here is, if the work done by a body on application of a constant force is directly proportional to the distance traveled. Okay, express this equation in form of 2 variables and draw the graph by taking constant force as 5 units, and also read the graph for the work done when the distance traveled by the body is 2 units and 0 units. So let us consider distance as x units, work done is y units, constant force is given as 5 units, work done is directly proportional to distance, it is given in the question. So y is directly proportional to x. This is the symbol for directly proportional to x. Now removing this directly proportionality sign, you have to put equal to, then comes the constant. Whenever you remove the proportionality sign, there is a constant. That constant here in the question is taken as the constant force, and its value is given as 5. So y equal to 5x is the given equation. Now taking values of x, any values of x here, you can find any values, that values of 5. Okay, respective values of 5 for the take x, and these are the points that you get after solving x and y. Now on the graph paper, you have to take x-axis as the distance and y-axis as the work done here, and plot the points that you have got A, B and C. Okay, So these are the points and draw the line joining the points. So since this is a y equal to kx type of equation, the graph always passes through the origin that we have seen earlier in the remark. Now, two more distances have been given, x equal to 2 and x equal to 0 here. So you have to plot it on the graph paper. See, on x equal to 2 here. So plot the perpendicular on the graph. So where it meets the line, that is the point here, 10. Okay, so it is 2, 10. So when x equal to 2 here, y is 10 units. And when x equal to 0, this is x equal to 0 here. So y is also 0. You have to find the values of y here. So if the distance traveled is 2 units, work done is 10 units. If the distance traveled is 0 units, work done is also 0 unit. Question 7 here is about Yamini and Fatima. These are the two students of class 9th. They contributed together 100 rupees for the Prime Minister Relief Fund to help the earthquake victim. You have to write the data in the linear equation form. So Yamini let be collect as x rupees. Fatima let she collect y rupees. Total is x plus y is 100. That is the equation. Taking y as a subject, so it will become 100 minus x. Let us consider values of x as 0, 10 and 20. So you will be getting values of y as 100 minus 0 is 100. 100 minus 10 is 90. And 100 minus 20 here is 80. So this is x and y. So A, B, C are the points. These are the solutions of the equation y equal to 100 minus x. And you have to draw this on the graph paper here. Y-axis let us take as Fatima and x-axis as Yamini. Here taking 1 centimeter as 5 units for Yamini and 1 centimeter as 10 units for Fatima. Okay, so you get such type of graph here. So this is the graph for x plus y equal to 100. In countries like USA and Canada, temperature is measured in Fahrenheit, whereas in India it is measured in Celsius. So this is the equation to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius or vice versa. Now you have to draw a graph using Celsius for x-axis and Fahrenheit on y-axis. Okay, so let us consider Celsius as x, Fahrenheit as y. Substituting x and y for the given equation, f equal to 9 upon 5 C plus 32. So this is the equation to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius or Celsius to Fahrenheit. So here f as y and c as x here. Now taking values of x, any values of x, we will be finding the values of y here. So y, when x is 0, y is 32. When x is 5, y is 41. When x is 10, y is 50 here. So these are the solutions for the equation y equal to 9 by 5x plus 32. Then you have to draw the graph. You have to take Celsius on the x-axis and Fahrenheit on the y-axis. And 1 centimeter for the Celsius is 5 degrees and 1 centimeter for the Celsius is 10 Fahrenheit. So you are going to get such type of graph here. Plot these points. And this is the equation f equal to 9 by 5 c plus 32. That was the first sub-question, answer for the first sub-question. Then the second sub-question is, if temperature is given as 30, you have to find the value of f. So put value of c as 30 here. Do the cancellation. This is 5 ones are 5 6 are 9 6 is 54 plus 32 gives 86 Fahrenheit. So when c is 30, f is 86 Fahrenheit. Similarly here now, temperature is 95 Fahrenheit. You have to find the value of c now. So first you will subtract 95 minus 32. You get 63 equal to 9 by 5c. You have to find the value of c. Now inverse, take the inverse of 9 by 5 on this side. So it is 63 into 5 by 9. We will do the cancellation here. 9 ones are 9 sevens are. Okay. So 7 into 5 is 35 degree centigrade. So when temperature is 95 Fahrenheit, temperature in Celsius is 35 degree centigrade. Fourth sub question is, if temperature is 0, degree centigrade, you have to find F is, that will come 32 degree Fahrenheit. And if temperature is 0 degree Fahrenheit, you have to find C here. You have to solve like this and you will get C as minus 17.8 degree centigrade. Now in fifth question, you have to find at what temperature the values of Celsius and Fahrenheit is numerically the same. So let us consider the numerical value of Celsius and Fahrenheit is X here. So in F and C both place you have to substitute X here. Take the LCM of 5 and multiply 5 here. So it will be 5x equal to 9x plus 160. Subtract this one. You will get it as 4x equal to minus 160. So x equal to minus 40. So at minus 40 degree centigrade, the temperature is numerically the same for both Fahrenheit and Celsius. So this was all about exercise 4.3. Now let us see exercise 4.4. Only two questions are there in exercise 4.4. Equation is given as y equal to 3. You have to represent it in one variable and in two variables also. So that we know, in the remark above we have seen that for one variable the equation can be represented on a number line, and for two variables the equation can be represented on the graph paper. So simply it is y equal to 3. So draw the number line here and this is y equal to 3. That's it. Then for two variables, convert this equation in two variable form. So y is there, we don't know x, so write as 0x plus y equal to 3. So convert it into the subject here. So y equal to 3 minus 0x. Taking any values of x, find the values of y. You are getting as 3, 3 here. So this is the point A as 1 and 3 and point B as 2 and 3. And we will be showing this in graph paper. So for both the questions I have drawn only one graph. For second question, the equation is 2x plus 9 equal to 0. Only one variable x is there. So for this equation, let us solve it and find the value of x here first, that is minus 4.5, and you can show it on the number line here. So this is minus 4.5. Then for two variables, here y variable is not there, so 0y, 2x plus 0y plus 9 equal to 0. Now considering this equation, find the value of x here. Make x as subject. It will become, these all things will go on the right hand side. So it is minus 9 minus 0y divided by 2. Now taking y value, you can find the value of x. So y is 1 and 2. Substitute here y as 1 and 2 here. You are getting x as minus 4.5 for this, and for the second also minus 4.5. So these are the x and y here. Now for both the equations I have plotted the graph on one graph paper only. So this is for the equation y equal to 3, question 1, and this is for the equation 2x plus 9 equal to 0 for the second equation. So when y equal to 3 is there, the graph will be parallel to the x-axis, and when for value of x is there only, y is not given, that graph will be parallel to the y-axis. Okay, so this was all about your exercise 4.3 and 4.4. If you have any query, drop it in the comment box. Do like, share and subscribe my channel. Get the Math.